Hey, Dave Knight here. Day 8 of the video challenge. Have to go get my son, my youngest son Brennan, at the Bible camp. He got, unfortunately, he's got to come home early. He's got pink eye. I don't know how he got it, obviously, but I have to go get him. And I'm on my way. It's about 2-hour drive to get there, and then a 2-hour drive to get back. I had to go through downtown Pittsburgh today. I'm not a huge fan of going into town anymore, but I got to go through it to get out here. But I'm going to go around on the way home. I'm not going to go through town again twice. I'll take the longer way home. Anyway, long story short, did a lot of research last night. Was looking up David Wood, and no, I got a different opinion of him after doing a lot of research. I will say this about him: his story is consistent. He's always been consistent. If you do your own research on all of the stuff that he has in his websites, and he's right, he's got a lot of really good material out there that he put out there for free, that you can just sit there and learn from it. And it's pretty awesome when you think about that. Now, he's in a different place in his life, obviously, than where I am. I still don't know if, well, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on the Empire Network, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's for me. I think that it looks to be a valid opportunity for those that want to be in it. I'm still at the $25 level. I'm still checking it out. So, paying I like the video service that he has too. They have a lot of good things, but then again, I saw another thing. One of the cool things about doing all that research is you can find out where he was prior to where he started at Empire Network. So, do your homework. You'll find out where he was beforehand, and actually you'll see that a lot of the leaders that are in Empire Network were at this one company at one time. So that's kind of amazing in that sense. So, and he was number one in the other company that I'm talking about too. And we're talking about going back from 2008 and 9. So one thing that I got, it's one thing says 18 months ago he was in the van living in Hawaii and not having, I don't know if the time frame in 18 months and whatnot, and him winning all these awards, if that all just jives together. I mean, his story is probably right. The timing's a little bit off right now. I'd like to know, what's the time? I mean, in 2008, 2009, because, it's 2013 right now. So, yeah, maybe he's living in a van, but maybe it was in 2007 or 8, or I don't know. It's one thing says 18 months ago. It's kind of hard to believe when you look back and you can just put the timeline together. So, anyway, that's my own opinion. I just like I do research as I'm taking courses to have a master's in history and histography and historical research methods and all that stuff. But that's coming into play as far as me doing research on his, because all of his stuff is still out there, which is really cool. And I think he's got some really good material out there. I mean, if you do your research, you can find out that he's got some really, really cool stuff out there that you can take advantage of and try to find out how he got to where he was and where he is today. I mean, there's one that's a really, really awesome video that he did. Talks about the 4 steps of network marketing and where you are and where, and this is prior to him going to that 4th step. That was a cool video too. I mean, he's obviously, and you listen to his sales videos, he is absolutely amazing as far as his voice, the way he uses his voice for inflection. He jokes when he should joke. He laughs when he should laugh. He gets stern when he should get stern. He yells at you, calls you a wussy. Not really happy about being called a wussy sometimes, but oh well. It's just, but then, I listened to him and he would say things like, be blessed with your business and be blessed in your company. And, so he's got a good heart. That's what I'm going to get at right now. He's got a good heart. And that's kind of where I am with it right now. It's just that he's in a different place. Man, when you're making $500,000 in a month, like his one video was talking about, where he went from absolutely nothing to, goodness gracious, I wonder how much he's making now. Don't begrudge him anything. Him and I'm going to call the guy the right name this time, David Sharp. Now, there is something right there. I haven't been able to tie in, I haven't done any research to see when David Sharp and David Wood kind of teamed up together. But you think about something along those lines, and you know that it could be, there's something there. I'd like to know when he got involved with him. Because there's a timeline there somewhere that I haven't been able to put together yet. I'll put it together, don't worry. I'm going to put it together. But David Wood was his own entity until Empire Network, and then he teamed up with David Steele. Now there's probably David there. I got called him David Steele again. I don't know why I keep calling him that when his name's David Sharp. Well, that's day 8 today. Day 8 of the video challenge. Do your own research. You'll find out what company it was. You can actually see his websites before. Now you can find out what social services has banned him. You can find out what social services will not let you do anything with him, and you can find out some things that he still has up there. I mean, there's his footprints. Footprints in the sand, right? You can go back and you can go through there and you can kind of work your way through it. And it was fun. It was actually quite fun. Well, that's kind of what I like to do, though, being kind of history guy, right? Doing that research. One thing he did say that I'll leave you with, I'll leave you this comment, and this goes back to his blogging every day. That was a good book review, by the way, too. I saw last night. Anyway, long story short, and I'm gonna go on this point. One of the things he said he likes to do, even to this day, is write. So there you go. And he's been consistent, like I said in the very beginning of this video. He's been consistent in his teaching. He even back then, he said, when you first run into him, he's like, you got to blog every day. You got to write articles every day. You got to be consistent and do that. So his teaching has always stayed the same, is what I'm getting at. All right, Dave Knight here, day 8 of the video challenge. Did some research last night on Dave Wood. I came away with a different opinion of him. I still don't know about, well, I don't know, I think his company is absolutely amazing, what he built, and some of the people's stories that are in it. Whether someone can come in now and make that kind of money, I don't know. I don't know if the momentum, or if the people that are already established in it have already, they've got the lion's share, and you're competing up against those guys, really, when you think about it. All right, Dave Knight here, day 8 video challenge. This was my review of my historical methods of research on David Wood. Talk to y'all later. Bye now.